Hi, Spongebob. I'm gonna kick your butt.
That time it almost seemed like...
It's pretty clear. All right, welcome back to another School Principal Reacts. My name is Brandon, and I'm a high school principal from the U.S. state of Georgia. I'm really enjoying reacting to these episodes of Spongebob Squarepants. Again, thank you very much to the viewers that have been recommending these episodes to me. This one is called The Bully. I'm really looking forward to seeing what this thing is about. I have not seen it before. So without further ado, let's get into it. Just a reminder, if you're enjoying this content, please consider subscribing to the channel. The Bully.
Sorry I'm late. I got caught in traffic on the way in here when that whole "I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life" thing reared its ugly head, and
And by the way, I mentioned this in another video. Teachers, just like everyone else, are late from time to time. Of course, it's not ideal, but every once in a while that does happen to everyone. But they're not going to, students are not going to be just left alone like this. There's going to be either another teacher, an administrator, or someone else that is able to kind of stand in for them until they get there. Now, I understand technically this is an adult driving or boating school, so maybe they don't have to do that. Getting stuck in traffic, yeah, that does happen too sometimes.
anyway, we have a new student starting today, so let's all put on a happy face for Flats the Flounder.
I'm guessing he's the bully.
Tell the class something about yourself, Flats.
Well, I like to kick people's butts.
What a card.
Yeah, that would not happen in that manner. So even if this guy isn't kicked out, that's kind of borderline just to say that. You could argue, oh, I was just joking. But if it's me, I'm going to at least have a discussion with that student and say, look, we don't do that here. I know you're new. You tell me what you meant by that. Because that's not good. Starting off making almost a threat here.
Now, Flats, it's time to pick your seat. Just go ahead and sit anywhere you like.
Nobody wants to sit by him.
Okay, class. As you remember last week, we started
Hi,
sections.
I'm
blah, blah,
SpongeBob.
blah, speed, blah, blah,
Hi,
blah, blah,
SpongeBob.
blah, red light,
I'm gonna
blah,
kick
blah,
your
blah,
butt.
blah, right way.
Okay, there we go.
That joke was almost funnier the second time.
No, I mean it.
Yeah, and there you go. There's your threat. So I tell students a lot, not everything is bullying, but if you make a threat, that is absolutely bullying, and we're not going to tolerate it. So yeah, I hope SpongeBob tells someone here because this needs to be handled quickly.
That time it almost seemed like...
It's pretty clear.
You did mean it. Mrs. Puff,
Yes, SpongeBob?
Here we go.
can I be excused for the rest of my life?
Why, no, SpongeBob. I'm in the middle of a coffee-fueled sermon right now. You can't
Coffee-fueled.
afford to miss this information.
Yes, Mrs.
Oh,
Puff.
SpongeBob.
Sorry.
And he says, can I be excused? And, if you don't give him any other information, that's what's going to happen. Now, I understand he probably doesn't want to say, hey, this kid right next to me is threatening to beat me up. But you just say, hey, can I speak to you outside? Can I go to the office? Can I go, speak to someone in the front office, an administrator? Or at the very least, hey, can I talk to you outside? They're not going to say no to that, most likely. But yeah, he's got to find a time to tell her at some point.
Mrs. Puff.
Now, can I please have a volunteer to come up to the board? How about you, Flats? Please draw for us a diagram of a basic four-way intersection,
He
Flats.
just got there.
Please turn and show the class what you drew, honey.
Oh,
My, how very
no way. No way.
creative. We have an artist in the class.
No way. So yeah, he goes up to do an example on the board, and instead he draws a picture of, looks like SpongeBob getting beaten up, and then he's on crutches and he's all messed up. That's about as clear as you can get with threats. And by the way, both verbal and written items can be threats. I've heard, unfortunately, a lot of students in the past verbalize threats like that against another student. But I've never seen a student go up to a board in the front of the room and actually draw themselves beating up someone. Yeah, that'd be pretty serious. And for the teacher to go, "Oh yeah, we have an artist," no, that would never happen. That's way too far. That kid should be sent, to see an administrator right then. But I see that's not going to happen here. Poor SpongeBob.
I just don't understand. Why would Flats want to kick my butt? I haven't said
Oh,
a few words
he's
to the
in the
guy.
toilet.
Hi, I'm SpongeBob. 1, 2. Oh no, that's 3. What am I gonna do? What's that? Someone's coming. You're getting closer. I just gotta act natural.
Oh, that's real nice.
Natural because he's a sponge.
Woo! I thought for sure that was gonna be Flats. Hello, sir. Kicked any good butts lately?
Hey, that story really speaks to me.
Really? What's it say?
It says, now I'm going to kick your butt twice as hard.
He just leaves. I guess at least he didn't do it.
And I'll leave Gary's water bowl to Gary, and my curtains to go.
Gotta tell someone.
I just can't do this. Death Row, next in line, speaking.
Hi, I'd like to place an order for delivery.
Patrick? I'm in big trouble. There's a new guy at school here, and he wants to kick my butt. Listen, you're big and strong. Do you think you can come down here, maybe rough him up a bit, just to get him off my back? Please, Patrick. I'm so scared. It feels like I'm gonna throw up.
No, they're not closed. I know, you want olives.
Patrick, you there?
Oh, I'm sorry, SpongeBob. I was just talking to my old community college buddy,
Community
Flats.
college.
I bumped into him at the soda store.
Oh,
Isn't
no.
that funny? Oh, must have been years since we've seen each other. Well, let me get going. He's got to go back to school soon. He says he's got to kick somebody's butt.
That's horrible.
Hello? Is this Pizza Castle?
All right, now's your
Come in,
chance, SpongeBob. Tell her.
Mrs. Puff, can I be in a different class?
But why?
I can't tell you.
Why ever not?
Honestly, this does happen. So a student will be bullied, and they won't want to come out and say it. So they'll kind of beat around the bush, and they'll say, hey, can I be in a different class? Can I, not go to this particular class, or not go to lunch, or they'll want to change something, and they won't really have a good reason. And eventually they come out and say, hey, this other person's messing with me. And then we can put a stop to it.
I just can't, Mrs. Puff. My physical being is at stake. Let's just leave it at that.
SpongeBob, you can tell me anything. You've got to believe that.
Well, okay. But only if you promise to keep it between us.
Of course.
Flats says he's gonna kick my butt.
What? There shall be no butt kicking in any class of mine.
There you go.
This is an adult program. SpongeBob, just leave it to me.
Aw,
Okay.
thanks, Mrs. Puff. I knew I could count on you.
Have a nice lunch, SpongeBob.
Yes, Mrs. Puff.
Psst. SpongeBob, I talked to Flats for you. I used your name. It was all a misunderstanding.
You what?
He was never going to kick your butt at all. You see, SpongeBob, Flats is from a town where kicking someone's butt means
Oh,
that
no.
he wants to be your friend.
No,
And maybe play some sports with you on weekends.
Mrs. Puff. So yeah, that's not exactly the right approach. And I guess at Mrs. Puff's boarding school, there's not really a principal or anyone else over her. So I don't know what he does at this point, but I've never heard an adult at a school take that approach. I mean, they're either going to handle it, or if they feel like an administrator needs to handle it, they'll just tell an administrator and they will handle it. I mean, that's what we do. Bullying's not tolerated.
I got diarrhea. Huh? Are you Flats' dad?
Why, yes, I am.
Okay, see, I didn't know where else to turn. Patrick couldn't help me, and Mrs. Puff only made it worse. I sit next to your son Flats in school, and he is a fine boy and all. And I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but he wants to kick my butt.
Dad, what are you doing?
Nothing, son.
Uh-oh.
What did I tell you about talking to strangers?
Now he's gonna kick my butt.
Oh, that's bad news. So, truthfully, I have seen not exactly this, but little family dynamics similar to this in my past, where it's clear that the student has some sort of undue influence on the family situation, and the parent is not afraid like this, but really doesn't have control over the student. Unfortunately, I have seen similar situations before, this little dynamic. Thankfully, it's pretty rare, though.
Hey, out of my way! Can't you see he's gonna kick my butt? Hi there, young people. Nice day today.
So, you like kicking butts, do ya?
Not him.
You old man! There he is!
Okay. I gotta skip town, start a new life, live under an assumed name. Bob Pants Sponge Square. Yeah, that's good. Grow a beard and then shave it off, and live happily ever after.
Yeah, except you forgot the part where I kick your butt.
He's everywhere.
Hey, Flats. You feeling better?
Visited him in the hospital. That's
Where
nice.
am I?
Why, you're in the hospital. This young boy saved your life. He performed CPR for 5 hours straight.
Yeah, they said you'd be okay after the first few minutes, but I just wanted to be sure.
Wow, I'm touched. I'll have to remember that when I'm kicking your butt. Those flowers for me?
He's still gonna kick my butt!
Even when he's in the hospital, he's saying that.
I'm too young to have my butt kicked. Who is it?
Into his house. That's when you call the police.
It's butt kicking time.
Gary, there's something I want you to know, but I'm too scared to remember what it is.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Go away, Gary. I don't want you to see this. It'll be ugly.
Ready?
Hold on.
Picture.
Okay, I'm ready. I said I'm ready.
He's a sponge.
Didn't you hear me? I said I'm ready. That tickled. Ah! Ah! Gary, I'm absorbing his blows like I was made of some kind of spongy material. Do you
You're
know what
sponge,
that means?
SpongeBob.
I get to go to work tomorrow. Do you have any sevens?
He's worn out now.
Flats, are you okay?
Yeah, they're happy.
Do not cheer me, my fellow adult classmates. Flats was the real victim here. A victim of a society that's riding down a violent road to nowhere. A road I call Violence Road.
Sorry I'm late, class. SpongeBob!
She thinks
I
he
can't believe
knocked him
you
out.
beat up a new student. I'm going to kick your butt.
Yeah, so that was pretty good. The bully, really enjoying these episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants. Again, thank you to those of you who've recommended this. So yeah, in reality, like within the first 5 minutes of this kid getting in class, that little situation would have been dealt with. I understand the episode would probably be pretty short in that case, but if you know someone who's being bullied or you are, you got to tell an adult instantly. I know a lot of times students are reluctant to do that either because they fear some sort of retaliation or they're just not comfortable doing that. You got to tell someone. Most students have a trusted adult, someone they trust just a little bit more than others. So they need to go to that person and just tell them, you know, hey, this person's bothering me, and they'll make sure it gets to the right person or deal with it themselves. I'm going to leave the video right there. I'm really, really enjoying these. Let me know if there are any other specific episodes you'd like me to take a look at or any other content suggestions. I got a lot of great content suggestions from the previous SpongeBob SquarePants episodes, so thank you so much for those. I am reading every single one of those. And again, I'm going to wrap it up right there. Again, this has been School Principal Reacts. Thanks for watching.